Hello everyone, this is a slightly unusual video, and we want to share with you something that's happened over the last month which has been really quite distracting. Back when we were in Antigua now, which is about 4 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago, yes, yeah. So I found a lump on my breast, and of course the first thought you have is just like it's cancer, right? And so things went very emotional for us.
Yeah, it all got rather upsetting, and fortunately the girls were here that week and we didn't really want to tell them and kind of spoil the week, so we had to leave it a week, and then after they left, I made some phone calls to the local hospital and looked up on the UK government website about what to do if you were in Antigua. And we found a doctor surgery where they would see us.
Yeah, they were specialized in cancer, so they would know what they were doing, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the first worry. You are on an island in the Caribbean. Is this safe to go here? It's not. Let's go and try to see the doctor and see the first thoughts. So the first appointment we had, his first thoughts was, this is not dangerous because it looks like it's a fluid,
fluid cyst.
Cyst, let's say. And but we're gonna go. I'm gonna send you to the hospital to do a mammogram.
So we trundled off to the hospital. So we had to wait about 3 days for the appointment with the doctor, didn't we? Yes. Because he only came in on certain days, and he specialised in cancers. So we went to the hospital. The same day.
Same day. We were straight away from the clinic. We took a taxi, went to the hospital.
And we had to wait there about an hour. And how much did that cost? That
cost 132
Eastern Caribbean dollars, which is around about £40, I suppose, isn't it, roughly? Yes. And the doctor, how much did the doctor cost?
The doctor was 200 Eastern Caribbeans, so it's about £55.
Yeah. And so we went to the hospital. We had to wait about an hour. We had to fill in some forms. We had to go and pay,
register, do all these things. But it did work well.
Yeah, it was actually really quite efficient. We were seen on that afternoon, and we then had to wait 2 days.
2 days for the results.
Because the doctor wasn't back in until then. And we went back to see the doctor, and he said that they actually have 4 lumps in your breast.
4 lumps. 3 of them were just fluid, which is not dangerous at all, so you don't need to worry about that at all. But it was a mass, a small, very, very small mass that he wasn't sure with just a mammogram, so he advised us to do a scan.
Yeah. So we did
straight away. The next day.
The next day.
He booked for the next day. Yes.
Yep.
So next day in the morning we went to the clinic again.
Yep.
And I don't know how do you call it, technician?
Radiographer.
Yeah. So his first thought was like, no, it's not cancer. You should just repeat the exam in 3 months and see if anything changes.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. Then I asked him, should I do a biopsy? And he said, it's up to you. So that didn't help very much.
No. So we then had to go back and see the doctor again.
On Saturday.
On the Saturday. And he advised you to have the biopsy, didn't he?
The biopsy, yes, he did.
Because of your family history.
Yeah, because of my family history. Yeah. Because my mom has cancer.
Yeah.
My both grandmothers died of cancer, so it's kind of a heavy history there.
Yeah. Anyway, we by this time we kind of already set ourselves a goal to leave. We've been in the boatyard for the week doing the keel and the anti-fouling, and we kind of really wanted to get a move on and move. So we actually
they couldn't do the biopsy until another week. Yeah, it was another week.
So we actually decided to leave and take the risk. And what we decided we would do would be to have another set of scans done in 6 months' time down in the ABC Islands. That was a decision we made at the time.
Yeah.
So we left and went to Barbados, and then on to St Bart's,
Yeah.
and then on to St Martin.
St Martin.
And by the time we got to St Martin, you'd
Yeah.
actually decided you would like to have the
biopsy, you know, just to make sure, just to clear everything from our
Yeah.
minds. Otherwise,
Yeah, it was on your mind.
Yeah, we would have these, you
Yeah.
know, just
Yeah.
thoughts all the time. So
Yeah.
we went to see. We went to the
hospital.
hospital in St Martin.
Yep.
The doctor didn't speak.
Well, we went to the hospital and they made an appointment straight away, and we had to come back on. That was on a Friday. We had to come back on the Wednesday because that's when the consultant was there.
Yeah.
And this is the consultant, not the doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then these.
Sorry, how much did that cost us?
That was
75 euros. 75 euros.
And then he didn't speak a very good English. It was kind of a difficult time there.
Yeah.
But then he called the radiology center and spoke with the technician there. And then he said, just come straight away. I'll see you straight away.
Yeah.
Which we did.
So we did. So we walked back down the hill about a mile and a half and walked in, and they said he'll be with you at 2 o'clock, and by that time it was about 1:15, and actually he was with us within 15 minutes, wasn't he?
Yes, yeah.
And he was French, but spoke very good English.
Yes.
And
he seemed to be that he knew what he was talking about.
And he did a scan there and then, and he found all the necessary lumps and bumps. And he said, no, absolutely not.
They are, all the characteristics are benign.
Yeah.
So you don't need to worry about it all. This is nothing to worry about. This is not cancer.
Yeah.
I would advise you to, in 6 months, to do another scan.
Yeah.
And then in a year, and then in 2 years.
Yeah.
But it's nothing for you to worry about now.
No, he said, I wouldn't bother with the biopsy because I know what the biopsy will say.
Yes.
This is not cancerous.
Because he would do the biopsy as well.
Yeah.
And but he said no, don't do it. And so he was so confident, wasn't he? That he just, I think, I felt very.
You felt confident because you felt that he really did know what he was talking about.
Yeah, and his machine.
And interestingly, that's the second radiographer who scanned the breast, and both of them had said
the same thing. Yeah.
So maybe the doctor was being very cautious.
Yeah, or being very cautious, or just trying to make this business, because this is always a business for them too, right? And what he explained, these guys explained that because my mom had cancer at 75 years old, it's not more dangerous for me.
No, she has to be below 50 years old.
Below 50 years old, if it's going to influence on you.
Yeah.
So that.
And your father's mother has nothing at all, because you are in the genes, but Dave's genes don't come through apparently.
Yeah. So we are. At some point we thought we were going to have to stop this.
Yeah, well, fortunately the boat was in the boatyard, and it really did look like we were going to be packing it up and going home.
Yeah, that was our first thoughts. We're going to have to leave
we're
the
going to
boat
have to go.
here.
But interestingly, if we'd gone back home to the UK, and you probably all know we've got the NHS there, actually we would have waited weeks for those appointments.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been weeks. It would have been a week to see the doctor. It would have probably been 4 weeks to see the consultant, and then another 4 weeks to get the scan done.
Yeah, we wouldn't have anything done in less than
under 3 months,
four
really.
Months, 3-4 months.
Yeah. So yes, you don't pay on the NHS. It is absolutely free if you're a British citizen, but it is time consuming.
Yeah, and actually in Saint Martin, because it's a French island, we can claim 70% back of what we spent. But it wasn't too much. No.
Actually, we have kind of looked about having health insurance to cover us, but
it's going to be more.
It's going to be far more expensive, and then we'd have to make a claim on the health. We'd probably have to pay so much up front, as the first bit. And actually, you're better off just walking along, going to the hospital, and saying, "Hey, I've got a problem. Can somebody have a look at me?"
And if it's too serious, you just have to.
Have to get on an aircraft and go home.
Go home, because that was our first thought. Should we go back home?
Yeah.
So it was very, very emotional for us.
It was very emotional.
Because
3 weeks, really.
Yeah, 1 week I had my daughters here. The other week we were doing all the work on the boatyard, as you probably saw in one of the videos. So it was very stressful. Everything was so stressful, so hard. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's very distracting as well.
Distracting because your mind is not really there. So you know, when you think in cancer, you just think, my gosh, I'm gonna die. You know, you just that's the first thought you have. I know. On these days, it's not like that. Even especially if it's found in the early
stages,
but it's always a worry, isn't it? It's always a worry. But I feel very confident now with that last doctor, and so I think we are fine.
I think we're fine. We'll have it. We'll try and get back to
the same one.
The same
actually,
one in
because
St.
we're going to go back to
Martin,
we're going to go all the way down to the ABC Islands, and then we will come back again.
Yes.
So back up again.
Because we're going to go out to the Bahamas. So if we can get back to St. Martin in around about 6-7 months' time, and then go and see the same consultant, then
would be good.
Good idea,
yeah,
really.
It would be good. Yeah.
So you're all good now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah.
So no worries.
No.
We're going to keep going.
We're going to keep going.
But we thought the dream was
over.
Just like that, you know. It's just the thought that. It's just a thing happens and you just...
and I suppose the answer to it is, if you're thinking about doing this, just get on and do it, because if something does go wrong,
happens, you know,
some health issue, then you're not going to be doing it.
Yeah, and if was happening in UK before we came, we would never come.
No.
We would never do it, because it would be always a worry and something could happen worse.
Yeah.
So, just do it. Just do it. And
what we wanted to do is share with you the fact that that if something does happen, there is actually health facilities here, and they are not overly expensive.
And they are quite good, actually. The hospitals we have been, they were not.
They're very nice.
They were very nice. Very good people, very helpful, and the conditions of the hospital were okay. I mean, it's not the 5-star.
No, but they were as good as anything you get in England.
Yes, they're good. They're okay. We have no complaints about that. So what was one of the reasons we want to share this for you? First, for you to see that things happen. It's not all blue. And,
no, it's not. It's far from that. People think that all you're doing is sitting around on your boat having a glass of wine, enjoying yourself and everything. But actually, it's quite hard work when you get into it.
So this happens, and. Second, to show you that you can actually go and see these people here. They have hospitals, they have good surgeons, consultants,
and it's not overly expensive.
You know, it's not too much expensive. No. So yes.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much
our
for
thoughts on that.
Yes, for all your support. I'm good. Okay.
We're good. Thank you.
Thank you.